Orlando Pirates are off to the third Nedbank Cup final in a row. Jose Rivero and his boys have done it again. Oh, guys, Orlando Pirates is officially the PSL Cup kings, without a doubt. Show me any other club that has had so much success and has been in so much finals in the past three years. Wow, what a turn Rivero will have at Orlando Pirates. You know, the history will be written in what he has managed to do in a space of 3 years. And I don't know how it will be if Orlando Pirates go on and win the Nedbank, go on and win the CAF Champions League, and go on and give it their all in the league. What a turn these coaches have had. Still bleed my heart to know Wuso Jose is leaving Orlando Pirates. I still can't take it. Good day, family. Welcome. This is the Big Daddy Football Corner. This is where we tactically break down games, and Orlando Pirates is our subject matter. That we are the one that every after game and even pre-match tactical analysis, especially for big games. I'm back again. Nedbank Cup semi-finals. Game played at Orlando, Esgodini. Orlando Pirates versus Marumo Gallants. A game that finished with just one goal scored in the first half by Dlamini. Orlando Pirates are through into the Nedbank Cup final, waiting to see who wins between Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. That is, the video was shot before that game, right? So, Oktachabu, before this match, he wrote and he said, this is Orlando Pirates' 10th semi-final in the competition in the PSL era. I mean, in the Bob Save Absa Nedbank Cup era, right? They have progressed to the final in each of their 9 previous appearances in the semi-final. Wow! Obviously, when I looked at the lineup, I was like, okay, Orlando Pirates is back to their back four. As we know in the league, it's only once when we play Mamelodi Sundowns, that we play 3 center backs and we're back to 4 again. And that's the standard now for the PSL. And with me seeing Umbogazi and Usibisi being the pairing of choice, I was at ease because we all know we've got this issue here Orlando Pirates when we play with a back 4. In most instances, we quote especially on transition moments, as well as the 2-2 rest defense. That becomes a problem, right? Few changes were made. Tito came in. Dlamini also started. Rele started on the bench. Kota started the match. Obviously, Hoto came into the right-hand side and sometimes on the left. And Umako came in as the left back. Butelezi also started in goals, And for me, Hoto is a utility player, guys. I don't know how many positions he has played. Left wing, right wing, left back, right back. In any club, you really need to have, when you do your squad auditing, you need to have players like Hoto that can always fit in and whenever you need them in certain positions, and you don't even drop the standard into that. Then Uptelezi as well. He has played a few times, for Orlando Pirates since he came from TX Galaxy. But just in the first 15 minutes, man, you could see that he's a little bit nervous. And as well as he's a player that's not comfortable with ball at his feet. I'm yet to be convinced, guys, Uptelezi is an Orlando Pirates goalkeeper type of, or is an Orlando Pirates goalkeeper material, in my own view, based on the fact that he struggles to play with his feet. But to be honest, he's not a bad goalkeeper. It's just that it's a goalkeeper that lacks confidence currently. And it looks like it's a player that needs to play more games to uplift his confidence. I don't know how he's going to play, with Uchayine, playing so brilliantly, being the second best goalkeeper in the PSL. Also, you've got Udladla as well as Ethan Kane knocking on the door. It's players that I've watched as well in the DDC, and they are knocking on the door. And when they get given a chance, people will be like, where have they been? But what I love about Uptelezi is his big stature. that is intimidating, and it allows him to be dominant in every aerial ball. And I've seen in this first half as well, Orlando Pirates, I mean in the entire game actually, that he was dominant into this area, right? And again, if you look at it in the first half, let's go into the first half. Just when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, Marumo, they look like they are going to a low to mid block as well. That is how they approach the match, especially in the first half. They were looking to catch Orlando Pirates on transition moments. Especially, it's the same game plan that they had in the first leg, right? But in the very first 10 minutes, you could see Gutuk Teles, he has not played really much. You know, he was not sure whether to come out of his area or stay in the line and stuff like that. But again, I think he really, as the game went on, being comfortable. But you could see as well in terms of playing the ball that he was always looking to play the long balls than this short gameplay that Orlando Pirates play. But for me, the first half is one that I enjoyed the most, because this is where Orlando Pirates showed their beauty, in my own view. I think that the football in the first half was beautiful on the eye. There was quick combined game shot ball build-up play, because build-up play is defined into three ways, right? There are three types of it, right? You can have a direct play where the very first ball goes up, where you want to get to the ball into the opposition of like that quickly. And then you can also have a mixed play where you started with combination a little bit from the back and then boom, which is what Orlando Pirates sometimes do. But today it was just those short ball, combined game short ball, where we're just combining from the back until we get into the final third. The nice triangulations, you know, to progress play. There were a lot of triangles all over the field. For me, guys, the first half, I really enjoyed it. 23rd minute, Dlamini, it was a goal. Again, it was due to the lovely possession-based football with amazing combination play, as well as with secular positional rotation. It was interesting to see. But what's beautiful about the goal that Dlamini scored is that one pass from Utito, you know, just that one pass to Diano, it just created that 5v5 situation, and that man combination and that run from Tito into the box, it sliced through their back five with ease, and then the cut back to Dlamini, boom, it was a goal, right? And then Optachab went on and wrote, and he said, he said Orlando Pirates have now scored at least once in 51 of their 53 games that they have since played in the Nedbank sponsored competition, right? So, which means Orlando Pirates in every Nedbank Cup that they've played, sponsored by Nedbank, out of 53 games, 51 of them, they at least scored once, which is incredible, you know. And as well, having Umako playing as a left back, guys, for me, I feel very much relaxed, because he's a player that knows when to push up, you know, and when to come back. He also always look at Diallo when he pushes it, you know, he does not push as high as Uhoto does on the left hand side. That always creates that 3-1 rest defense, that when we lose the ball, we're not continuing to transition. For me, when Marco is playing that left position, I feel at ease, simply because I know that he always times his run very well. He understands very well when to attack and when not to. So for me, another beautiful game, especially the part of being caught on transition, right? Second half, I just felt that Orlando Pirates completely dropped the tempo. They completely dropped the intensity, you know. And again, Marumo were forced to come out because they were one goal down, and that's why they introduced obviously their striker, you know, into the game to try and look for that particular game, Omango, right? And I could see that they started engaging Pirates. They were starting to press them a little bit higher, and they were looking to press with normally a 2-4 pressing scheme, you know, but they still dropped the line a little bit. You know, they still kept that mid block. They did not push high so that they be protected from transition. And there were a lot of transition moments. I think 2 or 3 times where Orlando Pirates transition in this particular game, and it was very interesting to see. But for me, Washington Arubi really played well in this game because he really managed the space between his last defensive line and himself. He always came out when required, and he denied even Urele, that goal that he had, because he was forced. He was trying to then obviously loop the ball over the goalkeeper to try and score on empty net or even on the side, because there was a defender for me. So for me, I think he really played well, Washington. I think the score could have been worse had it not been for his timing in terms of how he went out, for those balls. I just did not see the zeal and will for Orlando Pirates to get that second goal, for a security goal. And again, you can all criticize, but Orlando Pirates have been playing a lot of games. And this is not something that Orlando Pirates is used to. And there's no way that Orlando Pirates can play on a Wednesday and come play on a weekend and still play 120 kilometers per hour. There's no way. There are times when they need to drop the tempo a little bit, suck up the energy, and then go again. So I understand that. And anybody that can criticize that, obviously, we are all entitled to our own opinion. The last thing that I wanted to say, I'm somebody that has become so obsessed with set pieces, and in particular corner kicks, just to go at length and look at the detail of that. But I'm still very disappointed at Orlando Pirates, how they take their corner kicks. I look at all their corner kicks and I was very disappointed because, number one, they are very, very timid at their corner kicks. They doesn't seem to have an intention to say, okay, guys, we are playing at near post, we are playing at far post, we are playing at near the penalty area. These are the players that are going to initiate the runs to drag the defenders. This is a space we need to. These are our reference players that needs to attack the area, and these are the ones that we open space for them to play. I really don't see that at Orlando Pirates. Even the delivery of the ball into those areas, it's very, very poor. Very, very poor. I really hope that Orlando Pirates really improve their set pieces, because set pieces has become critical part of any game. If you look at Arsenal, the amount of effort that they've done, look at Kaizer Chiefs as well, look at Marumo Gallants, what they've done in terms of improving their set pieces. Orlando Pirates needs to really, really pick up, in terms of how they actually defend and attack their set pieces. If there's anything that I've missed, please let me know. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Aye,